What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? How are we doing? Wow, Chelsea sure is a roller coaster, isn't it, huh? Big up every single one of you guys in the chat. Big up every single one of you guys who are here early. We're on time for once, or I'm on time for once, so big up to every single one of you. We got the Bridge Nation on the panel to start us off, Real Chris to start us off, and myself, Casually FC, Marshall DVDX. Guys, you already know what to do. Smash up the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Hype up the video if you got some hype points. And if you would like to help out and become a member of the channel, Casually FC, become a proper casual, a casual, match going casual, or cement mixer gang. All those tiers are available for you guys in the memberships. Helps out the channel tremendously. Big up to every single one of you. Yeah, baby. Yeah, it begins. Ladies and gents, I don't know what to make of that game, to be honest. For 90 minutes, I was absolutely furious with the players on that pitch, barring, well, there's a few actually that I was actually pretty happy with, but the majority of them, barring James, barring ENZO, and to even an extent, even Gusto, like, wasn't great, but, you know, he was putting his heart out there. But yeah, just a weird game. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. For me, it was a weird game. We definitely scammed a victory in that one for sure. But just to do a quick summary of the match, today it was a Chelsea side that were missing a Caicedo due to suspension. Cucurella still not fully fit, still not ready to be in the match side. Fofana, who fell with an illness apparently. Sanchez, who had a minor setback, and no manager. Callum McFarlane on that touchline, guiding this team to whatever we could get out of it at the Etihad. And so, yeah, really a team missing a lot of players. So we had Badiashile and Chalaba in the center. We had Achimpong on that left back. Achimpong on the right back with Gusto at the left back. Reese in midfield with Enzo. Palmer in the 10. Neto in the left wing. Esteval on the right. And João Pedro in the strike. And with that being said, Chelsea sort of pretty much set up in a defensive way. Honestly, I don't know if it was defensive or we were just horrible at getting the ball up the pitch. I think it was a little bit of both, to be honest. And listen, it was just City dominating us for most of it and us just failing to get any attacks off, failing to get anything off. Very slow in the build-up, very slow in the attack. Our attack was... barring Delap when he came on, who else can I give praise in the attack today?
Esteval was good. I think he was decent.
Yeah, I thought Esteval was decent too, to be fair. He had a shot that got blocked in the first half, to Scott's point. He got hooked at halftime, but apparently Maresca doesn't know how to make subs, so okay. And yeah, the first half we concede that goal to Reinders, and I listen. When I look at that goal we concede, I look at the very first mistake that was made in that entire thing, which was we were on a counterattack. Cole takes an extra touch, gets the ball dispossessed, and then that's what starts the whole counterattack for City, where Cherky slots the through ball in to the Chelsea defense. Benoit mishandles it, so it lands once again in front of Tijani Reinders, who's not had a very good season. But Tijani has a step over. Benoit is just, you know, jockeying, doesn't really attack the ball. And Reinders has a brilliant shot, top post, near post. and boom, 1-0. And to be fair, guys, we were defending a lot in this first half and even in the second half, and there were a lot of moments that City just were not clinical. City were not on it. I feel like City were very wasteful a lot of times on the ball and almost toying with us to an extent at times, and it wouldn't work out. And you know, the whole game was like that for the most part. I thought Acheampong had a terrible game. I thought that Acheampong was terrible.
Wow.
I thought he looked worse at right back than he did at left back. He looked like he had a pretty shit game. I think this was probably his worst game because if you want to say Brighton was his worst game, I give him the benefit of the doubt because he got thrown into the shit for that one. But he was in there from the start in this game, and he just gave away possession way too many times. And then Hato came on eventually for him. Hato looked a little shaky in the beginning, gave away the ball where he had to make that last-ditch tackle. But after that, he was pretty solid. Santos came in, and I think, like CFC said here, and big up CFC, big up everyone in the chat, like I said, Santos, I think, did change the game. There was a lot more stability in the midfield. I think Reece was brilliant. I think Reece and Enzo were really the only players on that pitch, for the most part, that stepped up and looked up for it today. But I think there was other players too. Like, you know, when Delap came on, I think Delap, this is his best game, easily his best game in a Chelsea kit. So he came on, he looked pretty good. I think Santos was pretty brilliant today as well. Malo Gusto, for as many faults as he had today, in that one moment where he puts Rico Lewis in a spliff, it's that moment of brilliance that Malo has in him from time to time that gets that cross off. Enzo just barely gets it in. He missed his first shot, got blocked, and then he gets the rebound, luckily for him, and he puts it away. And I got to give him credit, obviously, because he's in the right position, all that shit. And yeah, a brilliant goal from him, or brilliant last-minute goal, I should say, from Chelsea to rob a point, really, at the end there, because I don't think we deserve to win that game. I genuinely don't. I thought we were shit. I thought we were absolutely horrible that game, barring the players I mentioned that I gave praise to. Pedro Neto, you need to sit bench, bro. You looked worse than Garnacho on that pitch and Gittins. You look up to their level, really, and you're supposed to be one of the more experienced players. And you know what it is? Maybe it's clean-shaven Neto. Clean-shaven Neto is just shit.
They know it's tourism. Send him to the Hague.
Maybe the longer his beard, the better.
Crimes against
At least give us a
Chelsea.
GNA.
No, Marshall, he doesn't need to hold bench. He needs to hold sail. He needs to leave. He's dog shit.
I'll be honest, Marshall. You know, I realize
We can start on
something,
Neto,
actually.
though. Yeah,
I want to be honest with you, Marshall, if I may.
Still sell him over
guys,
before we have like getting some.
I told Fred,
Garnacho.
I'll be real.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, if you gotta do a clean slate, yeah, get rid of a lot.
Quick question: am I too black right now? On do you think it's some light? That's not a question. That's not a question. Nah. All right, there we go. Little joke there, done. No, but on a serious note, obviously, yeah. Neto, you know, he's compromised. He's a compromised player. And
how so is he compromised?
And you know, I just want to say
he's our guest of honor. There you go. You were so cocky.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. He should be.
No, he wasn't. I had no chest. I'm gonna finish what you're saying, then I want to get Vader.
I just wanted to say firstly, Neto is a compromised person. If you know who Neto's agent is, Mariska's agent is, you know, he's compromised. He's compromising it. So no, but obviously on a serious note, I think for me, Neto today, bro, that's a whole of shame performance. That's almost one of them ones where you look at that performance, you're like, you probably should even wear the shirt again, because what he did today, bro, was criminal, genuinely. And listen, him and Cole Palmer today as well, with all due respect, was not good enough today. Wasn't good enough today. Let's keep it real.
Palmer's worst performance we've ever seen.
Bro, this guy, I said this, my main criticism, bro, just loves holding the ball too much, bro. Just make the pass. I don't know
that's a problem with Palmer today, even like.
Bro, just make the pass.
As well.
His touch today was bad. He can't hold the ball. Like, I don't know what's wrong with this guy, bro. Like,
until Delap came on.
He created one chance.
Until Delap came on, Chris, he refused to thread the ball through. He refused.
And to be honest, though, and if I'm being fair, yeah, the other issue of that also is just that. Listen, João Pedro as well, another one that was very stinky today.
Terrible as well, bro.
Yeah, and the problem. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, obviously when Rossinier, sorry, I should say, comes through. Yeah, he can't do the striker job, bro, for us, bro. He has to be a 10.
Then he can't play, bro, because he ain't a 10 either.
That's the thing. He cannot do the striker job for us because, like,
he's not creative enough to be a 10. We've seen that this season.
Yeah, I hear what you say, Scott. Because the problem is, yeah, the striker for Rossinier's team has to be the one that runs, bro. If he's not gonna make the run, bro, give it up, bro, and hold bench. Keep it real.
I was gonna say,
Liam was doing both. To be fair, the hold-up play has improved from Liam, and he was making the runs.
I don't mind Neto, but like today, yeah, like he couldn't even control a ball today. Like that, every time the ball go towards him,
Chris, he's not been able to control the ball for like this whole season, bro.
But like today was his worst by far. Controlling that ball, he couldn't control it once. Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. This ain't a new thing with Neto. This has never been a new thing. This is Neto, like most of his time at Chelsea. He has performances like this, and then but he does the Bruno Fernandes thing, like, or the Salah thing, where he'll have a dog shit performance and then scam some GNA, and everyone goes, "Oh yeah, but it's calm." Like, that's
Stop stealing my talking points, bro. That's what I'm calling. He's stealing my talking points, bro. That's what Neto was doing this season.
I think it's cool when he scores or gets an assist, right? That's real cute. But when we're over halfway through the season now, that was the 20th game week. We're over halfway through the season, and you have the same amount of GNA as Noni Madueke did at the same point last season.
I mean, what about this season?
Bro, leave the club. He stinks. He reeks. He's horrible. He's a horrible footballer.
I don't mind getting rid of him.
I've said this before, listen. But
I still don't mind it because he does offer like the tracking back, the help defending, and he's a bit inconsistent.
And he should be a left wing back. If I see this brother, I'm going to keep it real.
It felt like we was playing a back three with him wing back at one point.
Yeah, he was. I cannot lie to you.
We were in the second half.
Listen, he cannot even pass at times. Those times where I was hoping he'd pass the ball in the wing back position, he wouldn't even pass, bro. And I genuinely was like, this guy is purposely harming the team, bro. I felt like he was like on purpose.
Today,
the way he was playing.
For sure.
Bro, and either way, etc. We'll keep it pushing with that fraud. Okay, we'll come talk to him about it. Yeah, we'll come back to him. Yeah, go palm and him today. We're dealing with fourth. But let's talk about my bench player. You know what I mean? What happens when you put him in a wing back position? You know what happens when you play him in the full back position where he's meant to be playing, not in some inverted woke nonsense, yeah, not in a fucking 10 role. But when you play him as a fucking fullback, mate, you know what I mean? Malo Gusto, bro.
Malo Gusto, yeah.
You know what I mean? Listen, he was struggling left back, yeah, but obviously that's not really his position. But when you actually play him and simplify his game, as I've said throughout this time as a football player, bro, yeah, he does the job. He knows how to play the game. He knows how to do that job. The problem is we never simplified the game for him. Some players, bro, you know, I think what's it called? Someone just said this to me right now. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Obviously, he's only 22 years old. I get that, right? But for some players, bro, you know, you can't give them that much detail, bro.
Some dogs struggle to learn. You're saying, man.
Chris, you would know. You have a dog, so like,
no? My dog is old though. He's 15.
Fair enough, you know what? Fair enough.
He's old as fuck.
Yeah, I can't wait till Vader gets back because I think today what lost the game for City was the fact that their attack was too wasteful. They were way too wasteful.
But that's what I was gonna say, Marshall. Like where we say we robbed it. The second half, we was actually creating chances. That Neto chance, by the way, that should be at least on target.
I feel like I was blinded by rage, so that I couldn't really watch the second half.
We were still shit for most of the game.
Yeah.
Later on, we was creating chances.
You weren't like blinded by rage. Like first off, we were.
The reason I say that, Scott, is because I don't understand how we have more XG than City.
No, the reason we have more XG is because we ended up taking shots. The thing with City was like they were opening us up so often. Even in the second half, the difference was like what they were fucking up with. Whereas we were fucking up like the last shot, they were fucking the last pass up. So like there was a few moments. There was one I remember where I think it was either like Cherky or Foden were in behind. Bro, they tried to switch it across to someone because Badiashile makes a deal of the challenge and they just fucked the pass up. Like if they put weight on that pass, that's 2-0 and that's the game dead. At that moment, game is dead. end. And there was a
was
few
it one that
moments
came
like
from
that
the
where
right side, does I remember? Or
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Hato. Hato was challenging with Haaland. He missed the ball. Haaland then plays it to, again, it was one of Cherky or Foden, I think.
I think it's Foden, because Foden at the time.
Yeah, and then they go to pass it inside again. I don't know who was making the run inside, but they just missed the pass up. And there was a bunch of those opportunities for City where they would get to a point where, like, they do the real good work in terms of build up. They carve us open. Like, they're just dominating us in terms of that respect. And the last pass or whatever it was, the last action was just poor. Like, Haaland hit the post, I think, as well. Foden had a free header that he puts wide. Like, that's where I was like, even though the XG is low for them, if they had their chances, they had as many chances as we did. That's why I think a draw was a fair result in the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, like either team could have scored more. It's just we have Pedro Neto, and they had an off day in terms of like their usual front three, especially Cherky. Haaland was on it, but they weren't feeding him.
Vader, you there or you need a minute?
No, I'm good.
Let me ask you, man.
Lock in, please. Lock in.
In terms of today's game, I thought you guys were the better team, and to be fair, I think you guys deserve to win that game. But, what happened to your attack, man? I feel like your attack lost you that game today. I think they were way too wasteful. At times, like, I was seeing Cherky dilly-dally maybe a little too much on the ball. Maybe Foden not making the right decisions or not making them at the right time. Like, what happened today from your perspective?
So first, credit to the Pride of London. You guys came to our house, got the draw. I respect it. Everything was really going against you. Yeah, no manager.
Thank you. I never doubted our team.
No manager, key missing players, especially with regards to like your midfield and defense. But I agree. I was losing my mind with how nonchalant, how chill, forgive the expression, but for how relaxed we were in that final third, especially top of the 18-yard box. Like, oh, we can be a little cute with these passes. We can be a little cute with how we're holding on to it. And we got barged off a few times, a few last-ditch tackles, like kicked the ball away. We were incredibly wasteful. I was losing it. And as the game progressed, I was getting even more frustrated because I'm like, guys, let's get the security blanket here. Let's get the second goal so we can kind of chill. I'm not going to say that they were terrible, but they were off in terms of what I expected from a Foden, from a Cherky. And even with regards to Haaland, he was getting into some great spots. Don't get me wrong. We should have released a few passes. I agree. Make the defense have to panic a little bit. We didn't do that. But then I also felt like definitely two, maybe three occasions where Haaland I know you're in a position here, but slip that pass off to the left. You got Reinders kind of over there, or at times we even had Cherky. Like, just slip the ball off, and he shot into too much congestion. But it was a fact of us being wasteful with the opportunities. Now, the reason why I don't crash out like some other City fans is because if we weren't creating these opportunities, like if we weren't getting into these positions, I'd be like, okay, I don't see how we're going to score goals. I don't see how we get a result here. But we're getting there. We're just not being clinical enough. And the shot of, again, Haaland showing his technical ability, the way he freed up, opened up his hips, and then shot the ball off the post. I was like, yeah, it's looking like it's going to be one of those games. And I think we just, you guys play at a high level, but because of the key players missing, I think we lowered our level. Like, we didn't have a Caicedo that was going to have us be like, let's be crisp with this, because we know someone's about to barrel down and sniff this out. And on top of that, I think that Pep making the subs were injury-led, not tactically-led. And when we had to take off Gavardio, I saw, and I said this on my match reaction, I saw a new approach from you guys. Like, you guys were like, oh, we're on it. There's vulnerability here. Let's see whether Kostanov, because when Kostanov made his debut, he put in a debut stinker, right? Like, you guys were on it. And when I saw 6 minutes of extra time, I was not confident. I was not confident at all. And I was actually hoping that we were just going to pass the ball to death. I was hoping that we were going to kick it back to Donnarumma, make all of you guys come down and press us, and let's just pass it and keep possession and do the boring thing. But we didn't. We showed to be really naive in a way where we have the leaders of the past no longer there. I think a Gundogan, I think a KDB are telling everybody, like, stop. We're passing this. We don't need another one. Let's go into the corner flag and let's do the business. But it got sloppy at the end, and you guys took full advantage. The move at the very end, everybody was running down on our net. Like, if you go back and watch, it was like Gusto had the cross, but I think it was like Reece James, Enzo. Someone else was also running into the box for that opportunity. Like, you guys were relentless at the end, and you caught us, man. I hate the result. I hate the result. If it happened early in the game, it would have been different too. If it happened, like, it's fact that it was the extra time, and I was just like, oh, are you kidding me? So
yeah, it's one of those, like, we got away with it. In my opinion, we got away with it on that one.
Yeah. Now, I forget who said it earlier. You guys did have opportunities, and one, they should have been on target. At the very least, they should have been on target. But that's how the game's going to flow. When you say the majority, when you look at the majority of the game, I do agree with you. I think we were the better team for the majority of the game. Did you have chances? Absolutely. I'm just more so gutted because of how the tie happened. The tie happened in extra time, and we didn't need to invite it like the way we did. So I'm now stressed about my injury list. My injury list is like mad long now, so I gotta wait for Tuesday to hear who's available.
What players were
Gavardio,
did you?
is one of them.
So Gavardio came off.
That's true.
He came off.
Yeah.
Diaz came off. Ruben Diaz came off. We got to see, and then obviously we played Ake, but Ake wasn't 100 to play to begin with. So, my back line might be O'Reilly, Kusanov, Ake, and Nunez. Like, it's not.
It's
not looking good. Yes, I got Rodri back, thank you, but it's not looking good, man. So bad times. I think, as you know, as my blue brother, I might have to do the madness and buy again in Jan, man.
I mean, you guys were already gonna do that anyways, so we're broke. We're broke, unfortunately. We're just we wait for the summer sales, you know, when literally.
Don't you want to wait for the January sales?
We wait. No, Scott, we wait for the summer sales because we buy the bargain players. That's what we do.
Wow.
Clearance, you know what I'm saying? When other clubs don't want them, we go for them.
You buy stocks early. That's what you do. You buy stocks early.
We have a savior complex. We think we can save these players and flip them for profit. And sometimes we're right, and most times I don't think we're accurate. But
you know,
E&E,
I gotta disagree. I gotta disagree. What I saw from my players at the end when that goal went in, like Pep has, and rivals aren't supposed to really pay attention to other clubs like this, but Pep's rotation has pretty much been 11, 12, if lucky 13 players. Like, it's been pretty much the same guys. What I saw at the end of the game with players like hunched over, hands on their knees, it wasn't dejected. It wasn't like mentally weak or anything like that. It wasn't devastation. It was like exhaustion. Like, these guys, especially Bernardo Silva, who played that full 90, like, they were done. They were done for how much they played for that game and how it was scored, but they're not.
Can I ask you something? Dead, I can't lie. I mean, seen this.
This seems silly to ask because this has been like the recipe in which a lot of teams go into the City game with. But like, do you feel like this season you guys are struggling with the low block? Because I mean, Sunderland, they put up a low block recently, obviously against you guys. Sunderland at home, I understand that. So yeah, anyone can drop points, and they've been a tough team. But in our situation, I mean, we pretty much set up in what looked like a low block to me, 3 at the back with wing backs, and you know, we were pretty much soaking a lot of the pressure. Do you think that's becoming an issue for you guys?
If we didn't have so again, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree within the panel.
Sure.
But I watched to see where we end up in the final third with the ball. I don't. So many will look. Well, did it register a shot? But if I got Foden, if I got Shirky, if I got Reinders in that box, and it's like they didn't release the shot, but they were in a dangerous position, I'm not too concerned with us being able to break down low blocks. Low blocks are difficult to begin with, but I'm trying to see where we are with the ball and did we have a chance to actually hurt you guys. And I think we did enough of that today. I really do. I think it was just a matter of picking a corner or keeping the shot on target. Low blocks, I think every team are going to be challenged with it at some point. And I think what Pep's been doing, especially the last 2 transfer windows, the reason why we've gone out and we've gotten like a Reinders he's not Ilkay Gundogan, but he's close in terms of late arrival into the box and a nose for goal. But when we have a Shirky, I think he's getting locksmiths. He's getting those players that can. Foden's a prime example. He's getting players that can get on a half turn and make something happen. So the low block really wasn't a concern for me. Where I stress most when I see low blocks is whether we can deal with the one ball over top, like teams that are just going to be completely one pass counter. You guys didn't threaten us with that so much. Sunderland did heavily.
Pedro Neto, thank you.
But the low block, and I would say you guys played more of a mid. You guys didn't overly, like you guys didn't, again, when I say that, you didn't commit everybody to be defending the 18-yard box, which is low blocks that is low blocks that City have faced. So I thought we just weren't clinical, man. We just weren't clinical. And when we should have been grimy, when we should have been scummy, we should have just kept possession. And like EAFC or FIFA, for those of you that have been playing long enough, we should have just passed it amongst our defenders and the keeper and killed the game.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of today's game and having done a preview before,
time wasting.
Having done a preview before the game, speaking to Kelks and Strasbourg Steve and you, I think one thing that was being said was since Nico Gonzalez was there, you got Rodri coming back. He's not 100% fit, but he's back. He played full 90 today, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. That's good for you guys. I think one thing that was mentioned was the midfield battle. That's where, sometimes when it gets too physical for you guys in that midfield, the game gets a little tough. And listen, as much as I want to say that you guys were the better team, I do think like we didn't make it easy. We definitely didn't make it easy, especially in the midfield. And just to look at some of the stats in the midfield, the 2 standouts for me, Enzo Fernandez and Reece James.
I thought in the first half, by the way.
I don't know what you're talking about when it comes to Enzo. I'll be so real.
Why? Because in the first half, he made a lot of tackles, like as you just
said.
First
half, he sucked. No. First half, he sucked.
Really?
First half, he was trapped.
I thought like in that first half, he's the one who's actually doing tackles in there and like pressing the left side.
The first half, he sucked. Second half, he got a lot better when we moved to a 3-man midfield, which I've been trying to tell people. He only works in a 3-man midfield. He does not. He was
I can't lie to you. Reece James was hella isolated in the first half.
Reece James could have easily got a red card from yellow card accumulation today because he kept having to mop up for Enzo, just leaving guys. Cherky kept getting past him.
I was yelling. I was like, "Ref, when is a yellow going to be shown, please?"
Bro, because he's kicked up into mop up for Enzo. This stat, by the way, that top stat is this is where stats are bullshit. That top stat doesn't tell the whole story.
I think
because he attempted 7 tackles. He made 3.
I felt like he made.
So that doesn't tell the whole story.
That's a good point.
Right, well, how many tackles did it say he made? Because I felt like he made about 5. I felt like
most tackles 7. He attempted 7 tackles. He completed 3.
I didn't think he was terrible in the first half. Mostly because he could have had an assist if Pedro Neto knew how to keep the ball down.
That's true.
He was terrible in the first half.
He did the wonderful play that. What was it? Nunez that he spun? I forget how he spun.
That one. No, that was good. That was that was second half, bro. That was second half.
First half.
That was second half.
No, that was the first half.
No, that was the one where he put it on the center spot for Neto and he blazed over. That's second half.
That is that's second half.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He did nothing in the first half. This is why I say he was great in the second half. I will not try and downplay that. He was very, very good in the second half. The first half he was sucked. But again, it's like I said, The moment where you took away his defensive responsibilities and all you said, be a box crasher, get forward, do your usual stuff, he improved. He is terrible. He's a number 10 in this team, basically, but not in a traditional sense because he's not really a 10 in the like, can play between the lines sort of thing. Bro, he is so bad in a pivot. Like, with Palmer ahead, him and Palmer in that team, like, Palmer. Centrally was so bad. Reece was carrying that midfield in the first half. Second half,
I agree with that 100% because until you know what, I think Scott's right because until that second half, and I'm going based on vibes right now. Until that second half, I was saying Vader Games is here. I was saying Reece was the only one on that pitch that I could hold their head up high. And then the second half, Santos came on, Enzo looked a little better, and I was like, okay. And then Enzo ends up getting the goal, so I was like, okay, now these guys stepped up. Reece also 60 touches, 37 out of 44 successful passes, 7-time possession, 5 duels, 4 passes into the final third, 2 interceptions, 2 tackles, 1 clearance, and I'm pretty sure he won man of the match today as well.
I hope we don't have this conversation now, like, oh, he shouldn't play midfield now.
No, he did. I was about to say he did, and he was our best player on the pitch by a mile, like not even close.
Yeah, no, he was.
But don't you think like the 2 best players was him and then Enzo, like first today? Because I feel like a lot of our players were.
Yeah, I think. I'll also give Santos his credit too.
I'll say Santos is up there.
Santos was good. Yeah, he's changed the game for me as well.
I agree with what I said earlier about Gusto. I think left back he was like bad, but it's probably not a left back. But right back he was a lot better, especially when because you were wrong about something, Marshall. We didn't play a back 5. We played a back 4 in the first half, but we had our wingers basically playing as fullbacks, so we played a back 6. Second half, when when Santos came on, we went to a back 5 because Atchimpong went to left centre back. We had Neto and Gusto as wing backs, and as a wing back,
the first half we was a back 3.
Like, no, we were back.
It felt like even at times Esteban was like on the wing, like just helping defense, and we had. What's his name? Gusto on the left. We had Badashile, Atchimpong, and Chalobah as the back 3. That's how it felt to me looking at times.
It was a back 4 in the first half. It was just we had everyone. Like I said, we played a line of 6 basically the whole first half.
Okay, yeah.
It was the second half when, like I said, when Santos came on, like we changed up because I noticed because I saw Gusto on the right back at one moment or like over on the right hand side. And then at one point, I kind of looked back at the game, and Chalobah was at right back. And I was like, wait. I was like, so where's Gusto? I was like, maybe Gusto's gone left back. And I was like, no, that was Josh over there. I saw Josh, and I was like, wait, so where's Gusto gone? See, I think we went back 4 or back 5, sorry, with Gusto and Neto at wing back. It was just Neto was playing a lot higher up at times to try and get in behind and whatnot. But yeah,
fellas. Apologies. I do have to drop. I got to deal with my Blues and talk about this in game week 20. So respect on the draw. No hate at all. But yeah, blessed for having you on the show, man. I think I might have to stop doing previews with this guy because I'm not liking the results that happen afterwards. But we'll talk. We'll see you on Monday, man. Bless.
Later, Vader. Bless.
Take care.
How many cards is Delap on right now?
2. It's only on 2 in the league.
A lot. Only 2 in the league. How many this season? I guess
3.
Really? I would think.
Yeah, if you don't include Club World Cup, he's on 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we might as well talk about Delap. I mean, he's been looking good as of the last 2 games. That's a bright side, and if Rosignor is actually going to be appointed the coach, I think that's one bright side of this, and I think he can get the strikers to actually do the striking thing. But yeah, what are our thoughts on Delap? Because I thought overall he was pretty bright, and obviously I don't like the shithousery that happened again. He got another yellow.
I feel like he's just a rage bait at first. That's it.
Yeah, you can tell he just loves to play fucking those rage baiting games, even if it backfires on him.
He got bitched in that 1v1 where Palmer sent, well, not 1v1, but on the angle in the box. And I don't know who was the defender who pushed him off so easily, but he pushed him off so easily, and then he just I'm gonna push you over to get a yellow card pointlessly.
Don't worry, man. You let him know that he's seeing it. You know what I mean?
Who's the WWE champion?
Who's the alpha, man? Who's the alpha?
He's telling me he's human, man. He's human.
You know what I mean? That's like Brock Lesnar, and that's like Brock Lesnar, and what's it called? What's the Italian guy? And who's the Italian guy? I always forget his name. That one that used to one of the sock.
Oh, what, Santino?
Yeah, He was Brock and Christopher Santino, mate. You know what I mean? You had to let him know who was boss.
You know what it is with Delap? I thought he was good. I thought he was good when he came on. Like he was definitely an improvement on the moron that came before him.
Yeah.
Like he was better. The issue with Delap today was the petulance thing. Like he was actually doing really good in terms of the hold up play was nice. It was weird. There were times where he was playing like number 10. It was really weird. But his hold up play was good. His link up play was nice. He was getting in good spots. It's just like, bro, please stop with this fucking petulance thing. Like it's the one thing that like, how do I say, like it was the one disappointment about his game today was that like he comes on, he does the petulance thing, he gets a yellow card stupidly because he, like Ahmed said, I think it was Ahmed said this, he got bitched out by Kusanov. Like he just loses that duel. It is what it is, you lose the duel. Then bro just like starts pushing, like just shoves him into the advertising board for no reason, and then just starts trying to fight the City players, and then Enzo gets involved as well.
Show him who's the boss, you know.
No, bro. Like no, because
bro, you can be the boss when you have 10 goals. How about that?
No, but it's not even that. No, exactly. Ahmed. Chris said rage. It's not rage baiting because he's not. Yeah. He's getting baited.
Well, yeah,
the one getting baited. He's not baiting anyone.
I don't know, man, because I feel like he's trying to rage bait them by like.
No, but he didn't rage bait anyone. He got a yellow card.
No, he didn't. But like, that's all he's trying to like offer sometimes, man. He's just like getting yellow cards. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, but he's the one that got the yellow card, Chris. Like he's not trying to rage bait no one.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a failed. I guess a failed rage baiter because he's trying to get a reaction, but he didn't.
Yeah. The one thing I will say is that Loki, he didn't rage bait half the City team. Because half the City team didn't get angry when Christopher fell on the floor. So he did. So you could say mission accomplished in that aspect, right? Because
in that sense, yeah, rattle them.
Yes.
None of them got yellow for it, did they? Or did they?
You need to, bro. But you got into their head. But you got into their head, Chris.
That's why we got.
Ronnie Nunes got a yellow card. But like, even so, it's just stupid. Like that's all it is.
I'm just gonna read the super chat real quick before we continue on the Delap thing. Omar V7, thank you so much for the £5 super chat. Marshall, I did my homework on Asugo Soup. Okay, Asugo Soup to see why you rate him. It turns out he's good in low block systems. Will Chelsea play low block every week? I mean, I like the player. I think what I like about him
who is injured a lot, or who is injured a lot? Sorry,
he's only got one injury so far.
He's not number 14, yet, right?
The one that hasn't played yet. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And also, where the fuck is he? He was the setback. He's still okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna get rattled about that. But in terms of him, like what I like about him is that he is he's similar to Caicedo in the sense of he's aggressive in trying to go for tackles, and he covers a lot of space. Not as much as Caicedo. I think he's got a lot more to learn to hit those levels, but I think there's a good talent in there. In terms of Delap, do you guys reckon, and at this point, I'll say yes, but do you guys reckon he should start the next game and João Pedro just sit bench?
Yes.
Yeah, he suits the system more. I've said this before. I think his play style suits the system. I actually think under Rossinia, under Rossinia, I think he's going to cook a lot more. I'll promise you. I think he's going to be one of those guys that improves quite well within that team because I think you're going to see him have more chances and more opportunities to shoot with the ball. I promise you that for sure.
Could you see him and João together, like João 10, Palmer?
No. I don't think so, mate. I think João Pedro, I can't lie, man. João Pedro is more and more looking like a useless signing.
To be fair, though, to João Pedro, let me look at his minutes before I
You got to say that about him, but you got to defend Delap.
No, because you have to look at it, Chris, from like the utilization, right?
6 goals and one's got 0 still.
Yeah. Listen,
the goals ain't.
I'm not saying like João.
No, but I think the way I put it, Chris.
I think you defend Delap this season, but like the ones away.
No, the reason why I would say that, Chris, is just, I think it's about also utilization, right? I think it's fair to say that João Pedro has provided more for the team in terms of goals, which is fair. But I think if you look at his utilization and the way he's been playing, right? If we're being fair to him, just as we are being objective to Pedro Neto, his performances haven't been great. the way he's playing isn't being conducive to the team, right? And then you come into a new system where he doesn't really play to the way the new system is set to be played, and so then you come to a position where can he be effective in the team anymore?
João Pedro is in a similar stage that Neto is in terms of they are not. If they're going to start in this team, they have to be the third or fourth best attacker, right? Mm. If they're going to start, we currently don't have that, and he is showing week on week on week. Like outside even the Newcastle game, great goal. He was terrible outside that goal.
He didn't do a lot, yeah.
He was terrible outside that goal. He is consistently terrible.
Striker.
And the thing that I'll get on João Pedro that at least with Delap, right? Yes, he's English, but this is his second season in the Prem. So there's obviously a step up he has to get to. And there's also maybe an understanding of men's football he has to get a bit more used to at least this level. João Pedro is in his fourth or fifth year of English football season, I think, and still looks like he doesn't understand the physicality. Still. I'm gonna be honest, they're both not good enough. That's a conversation for a different day, or we've had this conversation before. They're both not good enough to play for Chelsea or to start for Chelsea right now. I think that we're just in a stage and when it comes to the next game, I'm just playing the hot hand. I don't rate either of these guys. I don't think either of these guys, like I said, are good enough to play for us or to be starters, whether in the 10 or the 9 for João Pedro, and then for the 9 for Delap. But next game I go hot hand. If Delap's crap in the next game and João Pedro comes on and do something, next game I start João Pedro. Because I don't think either of them are showing why they deserve a run of games. Maybe Delap might, now that you're he played well in this game if he plays well against Fulham, keep going. But yeah, João Pedro, I'm sorry, man. It's just too many games.
I'm trying to... I forgot how to do it on Transfer Market, where you can see the players' appearances one after the other without having it separated by competition. But based on what I'm looking at right now...
League, no?
Wait, what was that, Chris?
You said you want to go to just each league or no Champions League, right?
Here, I'll show you, Chris.
I mean,
and bro, I'm looking at the João Pedro thing. You can sorry to interrupt, Chris. I'm looking at the goals, by the way, as well. He's on 6. He got 1 goal against West Ham and then 1 goal against Fulham, literally the next game. He then didn't score again until game week. So that was game week 3. He got that second goal. He then didn't score again until game week 10, and then got against Tottenham and Wolves. And then so that was game week 11. Didn't score again until game week 17. He's scoring bro, it's 2 goals and then a big gap and then 2 goals and then a big gap.
But some of those games, also one of the games I just saw 32
this isn't good. Our attack in general isn't good.
The reason I was even checking is because we play João Pedro a lot, and I mean. I can't. I don't want to say that he's run down to the ground, but he did get a break. Came off the bench against Bournemouth, came off the bench against Cardiff. And he gets subbed off, so he doesn't play full 90 all the time. So it's to the point where I can't even use the excuse that maybe he's ran down. Brother, you just have to sit bench for a little bit until you can pick up some form. You get good. He's getting some goals here and there, but I don't think he's helping the build up.
I think it's 2 goals every 6 games.
I think we should have a conversation on this as well while we're at it. I'm gonna pull this up. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna pull it up now. So this stat came out today, and I can't help to get angry about it because we know what we're seeing from Cole Palmer this season. Only Cole Palmer, 35, has more goal involvements across all competitions for Chelsea since the start of last season than Enzo Fernandez. Right? The Argentinian is the only player with 15 goals and 15 assists for the Blues in that time, which great for Enzo Fernandez. But Cole, man, I think we need to start having conversations about Cole. I'll say this. I don't necessarily think he should be benched. I think, especially with Rosignol on his way in, I think we need to give up the 10 thing now. I think you just have to play him at right wing. And if he stinks at right wing, then we got to bench him for a bit before we bring him back.
He did play on the right side today. Yes.
Did he? I saw him mostly come through the middle.
Second half, we played right wing was still shit, man. Like
even in the first half.
In the second half, I mostly saw him doing that threaded pass from the right hand side.
Nah, he was shit in the second half as well. And like even first half,
is he checked out or is it form? Is it the groin? Like what's going on?
I don't know. Like,
well, it could be the groin part. Like he just came back, right? So
yeah,
I don't even
think
like
he's checked out.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with him. Like today looked like he couldn't be bothered, but yeah, like today was bad, and it wasn't. I think you see today, right?
Yeah.
It's not a Maresca thing. It's not a number 10 thing. It's not a whatever, right? Today he played number 10. Well, he started number 10, but there was a lot of like moments where he was picking the ball up on the right wing and just losing it. He played right wing in the whole second half. There was no effort in terms of pressing or energy or anything, which is like, I don't care about that, but it's like it's a bare minimum of what I expect from players. That is the absolute bare minimum I expect.
Mm-hmm.
He was just shit. That's one of the worst games I've seen him have. Even games where people say he was bad, like for example the Bournemouth game where he came off and people said, "Oh, he was bad." I don't think he was that bad. Like he lost the ball a couple times, but he was still like creating some stuff, trying to do something. There was none of that today. There was no creation. There was no attempt to do anything going forward. Bro's just taking too many touches on the ball. There were times where he could release it to like what's it called? Play it down the left or play it down the right or whatever. Just holding on to the ball. Yeah, like it's not on anyone else. It's not a manager thing. It's not a tactics thing. It's him. It's literally him. It's the same with João Pedro. Because like, him and João Pedro have the same issue. Like it's they want to have so many touches on the ball. There just seems to be a lack of effort.
Marty, I listen. I am the guy who loves to give the benefit of the doubt, but for 90 minutes, you need to do better than that, and that's Cole Palmer's own standard. Like, even if you're not fit, listen, I saw games last season where I criticized Cole Palmer, and Chris would defend on the chances created and all that shit, and I would give Chris the benefit of the doubt. Just today alone, outside of maybe the Delap threaded pat, like, he did nothing. He did nothing. We might as well played with one player down. Like he was just out of it.
Also, wasn't like a goal with an opportunity of a chance.
No, it wasn't. And again, he was partially at fault for the goal we conceded because it happens from him taking the extra touch, his time on the ball not being quick, and he loses possession, and that's what causes the counterattack. Well, it's partially on him. I didn't say it was totally on him, Chris. I said it was partially on him because he loses the ball, and that starts the counterattack that leads to the goal for City.
Yeah. The thing I'll say about Palmer is I don't think you can bench him, right? For a multitude of reasons. Is despite everything, he is at worst our second best attacker. Like in terms of talent, in terms of everything, right? And although he is like you could say Esteval in terms of talent and in terms of form. That's why I say at worst, right? I think he is our best attacker, but I'm saying at worst he's our second best attacker, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you can bench that. It's similar in a way to like a Saka or a Salah in terms of there probably are moments where you need to bench them.
Yeah.
But you can't always bench them because because like they are the ones that are probably going to create something or come up with something in games. The other thing is as well is we just don't have the options unless you're going to play João Pedro in the 10, which stinks, or you're going to play a midfield 3. Now, if you're going to play a midfield 3, this is a different conversation. If you're going to ENZO in the 10, quote unquote, with Santos and like a Reece or Caicedo when he's not suspended behind him, I can get behind that. But even then, I that would mean Pedro Neto starting, or it would mean Garnacho starting, or Gitten starting. I don't want to see any. Forget form, right? Forget I am telling you, a 90 minutes of terrible Cole Palmer football, being the worst player on the pitch, which you could argue he was today, is still better than watching 90 minutes of Garnacho or Gittins or Neto being one of the worst players on the pitch.
I know
because I know that in that moment of like, in that moment
it's like this though, Scott, because this was really bad.
Okay, Marshall, I'll put it to you this way. If you give Palmer any of the chances Neto has today, he scores at least one, yes?
Yeah.
Cool, there you go. That's all. That's the only argument. That's the only argument I need to give in terms of the moments in the game where you have to have it's the match winners in terms of like that moment in the game where Neto is that Neto chance where he's on the penalty spot, basically when Enzo gives him the ball. If that's Palmer, he scores. That is the moment you need Palmer on for.
Mm-hmm.
That's why, like, as shit as it is, I'm not saying he doesn't need to be subbed off in games. I'm saying, like, what's it called? In terms of starting him. If, for example, he could have, but like that's a harder, that's literally a harder chance than the Neto one.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like as I said, if we were having a conversation, like say for example, we had a Cherky on the bench, or we had I'm trying to think who else, like a Kudus. I know he's in bad form, right? But if you had someone of a level that was better than what we're seeing right now, a Semenyo, right? Then yeah, I'm like, okay, bench Palmer for a game or two, because you've got other attacking options you can rely on. There is literally, outside of Esteval, who I'd want to start anyway, I'd want to start him on the left, Palmer on the right. There's literally like...
Yeah, you got Ganacho.
There's no one.
Neto.
You know what
there's literally no one.
It's like, I'm not even defending Maresca at this point, because the thing is...
I'm not even addressing the retards, bro. Like, I'm going to be straight up.
It's just like,
the retards, bro.
I can't help but notice, like, there's an extra air of retardation in the chat today. Let's get something straight. So during the final of Conference League, when we were up against Betis, Palmer came out and said, I was tired of passing it side to side, so then I decided to do that. So he then went against the manager's tactics, yada yada, whatever, and look at that. You see what happens when he doesn't listen to Maresca? He plays well. Maresca wasn't there today. What's the excuse? Are you saying the ghost of Maresca is now telling him to do exactly what Morning Zombie is saying here? Which is what he did today that absolutely frustrated me. There was times when we were on the counterattack and he could have threaded the ball through to Neto, to Enzo, to whoever, and he stopped and passed it back. Like, at some point, you got to decide, guys. Is it the coach that is telling him to do these things, or is he making the decisions on his own? Because today, there wasn't a coach in Maresca to tell him to do that kind of stuff. There wasn't a coach in Maresca to tell him to be as poor as he was. He played on the right wing today, which was told by me by Scott, which I didn't think he was, but apparently he was. Scott
and first Chris, half, he was more like picking the ball up on the right-hand side. Second half, he played right, like he played right wing.
So at some point, guys, you need to admit the truth to yourselves. Either he's been shit, and mind you, you could still hold the notion that Maresca held him back. Fine, two things could be true. Wait, but we're talking about today's game. Today's game has nothing to do with Enzo Maresca. He wasn't there. So either put it on Palmer or shut the fuck up.
Oh, Palmer.
Because any other response, quite frankly, is going to sound like you've been drinking out of the wrong pool. Like ridiculous. Use your brains, people.
What manager will get next. I'm worried.
Do you know what it is, Marshall? I just want the energy to be kept the same, right? Yeah. Like, it's like I said on here earlier. I said on Lewis's stream. I kind of forget about the Neto thing and the fact that Noni's GNA wasn't good enough by this point in the season, but Neto's now is. Just keep the same energy. They're both trash. They both stink. Mm-hmm. They're both not good enough. That's all it is. It's the same with João Pedro and Jackson. Like, neither of them were good enough to start for us if we want to win titles. Neither of them are good enough. I'm not even saying that Jackson was the answer. He wasn't good enough. Pedro isn't good enough. João Pedro.
Do you?
This is what I'm saying. Like, when it comes to, you can say that there was stupid shit that Maresca was doing in terms of with Palmer, right? Like, I do think having him on the right hand side, like as in right wing, would have been good some games because you played a 3-man midfield. Also, you take him out of the middle in terms of when it's congested, right? But to lay the blame at solely Enzo Maresca, like, you're just an idiot, bro. Like, to say that it's nothing to do with to Palmer himself, like, you're genuinely just like, there's two things. Number one, you're an idiot, and like, you must be ball backwards because like the comprehension is just in the bin.
It's not even Pubalgia, it's his groin, but now we're making excuses for Palmer. Again, listen, I understand Palmer has a groin injury, but there's a certain level, like Palmer had the groin injury even before he was out with the groin injury, and he wasn't playing this bad.
I mean,
like Palmer had the groin injury during Club World Cup. Like, People don't understand. Like, if you read the news, Palmer had the groin injury during Club World Cup.
Injury in that final. He said, like, you stay home.
Yeah. So again, there's a certain standard that Palmer can still play at, even with a groin injury.
I do think though how long's he been out this season for?
No, I don't give you that, Chris. I think
like he's been out for
Marty's
a while.
right. Like Marty in my chat, big up. You're right. It's good that he's finally back to a full 90 minutes, which is great. Great, that's fine. That's a positive.
90 today, isn't it? Even though
I'm not saying bench him now, but if he play, because Rosignol, that's the thing about Rosignol. I'm not entirely sure he plays with a 10. I think he's versatile. He plays with two sometimes. Sometimes he just plays with the midfield. Okay,
so he always maybe. So with Strasbourg, he has always played with a 10. Like he's varied it up this season because of when they've had Omega and Panicelli, they've sometimes done the 2-striker thing, but I think they've always had a 10 behind them. But yeah, they'll play two. How do I say it? It's like 2 10s, quote unquote. But the players who play in the 10s aren't always 10s, if that makes sense. Like it's similar to. Has a moron, bro. He's one of the fucking retards that I'm talking about. Like, I don't care. Like, some of these people in the chat are just stupid. And I know you tell me not to beef the chat. It's some of you morons are born backwards, bro. Some of you morons are literally born like backwards. Like you're born feet first, bro, and then got dropped on your head.
Footy,
that's
man,
that's what it is.
They were born for footy.
What's it called? So he'll do like kind of the Glasner thing. You know how Glasner has 2 10s, but like one of them is Sarr, who's a winger. It's the same thing where like it will be who's usually played there. He's played like Nanasi there, who's like more of a wide midfielder. He's played Pyers there, obviously, who is again more like a central player. Who the fuck else he played there? But yeah, so it's a mix. So like Marco. I fully expect Palmer to be one of those 10s. I fully expect like João Pedro probably to be one of those 10s. Potentially, depending on like how he profiles him. I could even see him play Gittins as one of the 10s, or like try and mold him into that. So it's one of those like he plays 2 10s theoretically, but they're not always 10s, quote unquote.
Yeah, no, you're spot on, man. She's not been good today. But yeah, I want to see more shifts. I want to see maybe Palmer play on the right wing a little more, see what happens. Maybe we do the midfield 3 because I think one thing Rosignol is going to have to struggle with, obviously he's going to want to play Santos, which I would like to talk about Santos today for sure. But he's going to want to play Santos, but at the same time, probably not going to overlook the qualities that Enzo Fernandez can bring or Caicedo can bring. God knows when Lavia comes back, when he's fit as well.
Is there a plan day for Lavia? I forgot about Lavia then.
I'm still waiting to hear back when Asugo's coming back. He was supposed to come back in December, and then he had a setback. I honestly forgot about Asugo was a Chelsea player until you mentioned him today. Then. Yeah, no, it's concerning now. But
I like to see him play this season.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I'd like to see him play, but I think today,
Chris, Lavia's coming back around May 9th.
Oh, is that when we play Liverpool?
Yes, that's when we're playing Liverpool.
Okay, that's why. Okay, I thought you had actual sources.
I know your game, bro. I know your game.
CP, what'd you think of today's game, man?
You know what? I didn't watch the first half because I had better things to do in my life. You know what? I started making content.
I rate that. I rate that.
Doing now? This club doesn't give a shit about me. I'm going to start giving less shits about this club. So when I used to carve out time to watch it with you guys or watch it at a pub, you know, I'm going to live my life. And if I can watch the game after, cool. So I watched the second half. I don't understand. Are these little children in terms of, do they think the opponent has cooties or something? Like, you know, when you were a child where you were told to stay away from girls because they have these germs and you don't, like, what the fuck is going on with pressing? What's going on with trapping the ball? What's the problem with shooting the ball? Like, why are we so scared? I hate Pedro Neto. I know he's the highest in GNE, but get him out of my team.
Wait, is he actually still highest? I feel like João Pedro is like...
No, João Pedro's highest. He's second, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's second now. Get him out of my team.
Yeah, get
him out of my team, please.
Hey, Quenda, save me, bro.
Oh my days, yeah. I've never thought I needed another.
Isn't Quenda like 18?
19 now. 19 when he
19
now. Okay.
So we're gonna rely on.
But yes, like just like we have to rely on an 18-year-old to be our best right winger. Yes,
I know
we
that's
have
a
to do the same for the
problem.
left wing. Because this man is what 27, 28. How has his technical ability, I feel like, deteriorated over time? His first touches show shit. If he had better first touches, we actually could have had chances to score. And obviously, this man is allergic to shooting the ball, so all he does is cut back. All he does, like when he had the chance, I remember in the second half, he pushes the ball wider when he should have got in more for the better shot. What does he do? He fucking pushes the ball ahead of him to the left, so then he can cut it back. Like the brain cells. Like we already know Garnacho shit. We know Gittins is young and kind of shit right now, but at least we have a hope that we can develop him. Yeah, this man's 27, man.
But that's the thing. Like, this is the thing that annoys me about Pedro Neto. I'm surprised we've even gotten this much GNA out of him in this style of play that we do, because he's never been a possession-based winger or hold the width type of winger at Wolves. Every highlight, every comp, every great moment you've seen from Pedro Neto at Wolves has always been the counter, and today's game should have been that, but it wasn't. It's the counter-attacking, get in behind type of winger that'll beat you on the pace and score a goal from there. We were first-hand witness to that under Lampard when he just cooked us when he got in behind us during that game against Wolves with Lamps, and in December, I believe too. I think this is another misprofiling. I'll be so real with you. It's just another misprofiling that somehow is scoring enough goals and assists to get away with murder.
You know what he is? You know what he is at this point? He's just Super Saiyan Garnacho. That's what he is. He is base 2 levels up Garnacho. You know what I'm saying? That's what he is.
Because Garnacho is Super Saiyan Garnacho, and he's still ass. It just doubles the amount of assness.
That's what Neto is, because they're both kick and run merchants. They both don't have brain cells. One's better. They're both supposed to be good defensively, right?
I mean, to be fair to Neto, not today, obviously not today, but for most of the season, he was the one winger that doesn't stupidly give the ball away all the time. So I'll give him that.
Yeah. No, that's why we call him Super Saiyan Neto. I mean, Super Saiyan Garnacho. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's why. That's why.
Like Super Saiyan 5 because brown hair.
A few extra traits. You know what I'm saying? But he's basically Garnacho right now. Is he not? Is he not Garnacho?
Wow.
He loses the ball. He makes stupid decisions.
Help us defend.
His first touch is shit.
He's supposed to help us
defend. Today he was Garnacho. I'll say.
Because remember, I think it was Bournemouth a few games ago. We took off Esteval because we want to bring in Garnacho for his defensive work rate. So that's what Neto is, right? Defensive work rate. So we just got a Portuguese Garnacho right now, man. We got 2 Garnachos. Shout out to us.
Smash those like people.
Shout out to us, man. See, we figured out cloning technology before anyone else did, dude. We got a 27 Garnacho and a 21-year-old Garnacho, man.
Hey, thank you, Infinite Athlete, man. With their AI technology, we'll figure out cloning now. Yeah, no, it's today was a really bad game from Neto too. I like of all the players today, well, not of all the players, like he disappointed me the most because he's the one that I look at, or he's one of the ones I should say that I look at as one of the ones in the dressing room that have like the maturity enough to be, all right, guys, let's get stuck in, be focused, like one of the leaders in the dressing room. And it clearly wasn't him. It was him. It was James and Enzo Fernandez that stepped up today and said, boys, let's actually get something out of this game. I'm not just going to fucking give up because Enzo Maresca is no longer on the sideline. He was just as complacent with how bad we were as Cole Palmer was today, in my opinion. And another thing I want to say, too, that bothered me. There's people, like I said, I don't like when people lie. I like when people lie or over exaggerate the truth. I can't help but to correct it. People saying today, Callum McFarlane, the substitutions were spot on. Maresca can't do that. I'm sorry. You guys would have cooked Maresca for having left on Neto for as long as he stayed on that pitch. You guys would have cooked Maresca for hooking Esteval at halftime. You would have cooked Maresca for leaving Cole Palmer in the whole 90 that he was in there and stunk up the place. So I'm not having this thing that, because it worked out for us today, that Callum McFarlane got it spot on. At the end of the day, the way I feel about this game, and maybe you guys in the panel disagree, I feel like we got lucky at stoppage time with a jammy goal, and we got away with murder. I don't know if anyone disagrees.
No, I kind of agree. On the subs thing, like, it's one of those where, how do I word this? Like, he gets praised because it worked in terms of, like, if he makes those subs in terms of with Esteval and we don't win the game, or like Santos ends up looking bad, or Hato comes in and, like, to be fair, like when he came in, he looked shaky immediately, but then he like
grew into the game for sure.
And he grew into the game, and so like that was good. It's one of those of like, if it goes well, you're going to be praised. If it goes poorly, you're going to be criticized. I say criticized. I think the difference between McFarlane and Maresca in this game, Marshall, is like McFarlane wouldn't have got criticized for anything in that game. Like unless he like started playing academy kids,
expected to win anyways. Yeah,
exactly. Unless he started doing like major bullshit, which I don't think he was ever going to do, because no manager really does that unless you're Ruben Amorim. He was never going to do that, so like he was never really going to get properly criticized because he's an under 23 coach. Yeah, like, so it's one of them ones. Like, the subs worked 100%. In terms of, like I said, like the Santos thing, I think we'll speak about him in more detail in a moment, but that worked. The Delap thing worked, but we've seen plenty of times where he's come on and done nothing. So it's one of those ones. The Hato thing worked again, grew into the game. I think it wasn't necessarily with Hato like his on the ball stuff. It was just his recovery challenges were great. Yeah, like excuse me. So yeah, like, so I think that was kind of there. So like I said, I don't think McFarlane would have got criticized for anything. So like even the subs, I got a bit pissed at the Esteval coming off at halftime, but yeah, I just like, who cares?
DHL, should Pep Guardiola get sacked because he lost to a U21 manager that was losing, that had no Caicedo, no Cucurella, no Fofana, and no Sanchez? Just curious, because it's different strokes for different folks, I've been noticing, for a lot of people. But let me not get petty. Prime, been a while, man. I hope you've been enjoying the AFCON. I've been watching a few games, but I haven't had a chance to watch anything from the round of 16. I'm sure you watched the Chelsea game today. What were your thoughts today? Did we get away with murder? We deserve the win.
Yeah.
Did the boys get stuck in? Talk to me.
Crazy Marshall pause. Anyways, yeah, I've not watched an actual Chelsea game, a full game since Cardiff, because AFCON's been on. I watched this game.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, get your drink, Marshall. No, yeah, I watched the game today, obviously, but I've not watched really a full game. So the games that we've been like losing and stuff like that, yeah, I don't really like know much about, because I've not really been watching, and I've not watched any of the highlights or anything. I've seen Reese's, I think, free kick against, was it Newcastle? I saw the corner, apparent corner João Pedro scored, but it was from a Reese corner. Aside from that, I've not really watched any actual games. So watching this, actually, let me even say, going into this game, a few weeks ago, I was thinking that we'd, that we'd lose to Villa, draw to Bournemouth, and we'd beat City. And this was before, when things were still, like, there was no thoughts or conversation about the manager getting sacked and stuff. And we still have we still had Caicedo and Cucurella. But with the manager being sacked, it's not a surprise. Because I said once he spoke after the Palace game, when he spoke about Colwell and stuff, and he was basically forced to take back his comments about a centre back. I said then that if this guy keeps speaking out against the board, they will just get rid of him. Now, I thought it'd be at the end of the season, But these poor results we've had is just, I guess, kind of a bit of an excuse. Now, for any Chelsea fan that thought, oh, Maresca's the problem, get rid of him and we're going to get a top coach or a top manager, that was never going to happen. We were never going to go and approach a Glasner. Glasner, as much as I rate the guy highly, he's not a world-class manager. We were never going to go and approach a Cesc Fabregas or any, like, we're never going to approach any, like, top talent young manager either. We're going to approach someone that sticks with the status quo of whatever bullshit they want to do. And it makes perfect sense with Liam Rosenior or whatever, however you say his name.
You're never
because
get it right.
No, because what's his name? Surfer's been correcting me on his name for the past few days. So yeah, like Liam getting the job like that, that's been something that has been expected. Like, we knew when he got appointed that he'd eventually get the job. I didn't think it'd be this soon. I thought it'd be another in like maybe 3 or 4 years time, after Maresca's contract runs out or whatever. But yeah, credit, I guess, to Maresca for leaving, because, you know, people love to say about managers shouldn't complain when they're in situations because they signed the contract and they just, you know, she get on with it or leave. He does leave, and people still want to criticize him for leaving. Yeah, I don't because I don't have a problem. Well, I'd rather he, you know, stay just because of I know we're not going to get upgrade on him. But yeah, if he wants to leave, he wants to leave. Credit on him, and I hope the next job he gets, he can actually showcase just how good he is. In terms of Liam Rosenior, I think he's a good coach, but it's gonna be him being thrown into this dumpster fire. I'm not expecting brilliance from him. Like the same kind of mistakes or shortfalls we have with Maresca, I would expect things with Liam as well, because they're both young. They're young managers. Like, you're gonna get like stupidity and mistakes, just like you're going to get that with young players. So as much as because when we always call out for experience, quality experience in our squad, in our 11, we also need that from the manager, and we're never going to get that in both aspects because of not even necessarily just the sporting directors. It's beyond them now. It's the ownership and how it's being ran. But yeah, in terms of this game itself, I thought we'd get battered. I thought we were going to get smoked. So the way City kept wasting chances in the first half and their final ball being off is, I guess, poor on their part, but also, I guess, credit to Chelsea for how we defended. Like, we just threw the bus and barely even tried to break out in the first half. And the second, it looked a lot better, with Santos coming on, ENZO being a lot more free, not having defensive responsibility. Gusto and Neto operating, I guess, basically as wing backs, which that's the only thing they should be doing. They should just be hugging the touchline, running up and down. Achimpong was brilliant today. Achimpong, he was. What do you mean what?
Go ahead, finish your analysis. I'll tackle that after.
Yeah, I thought Achimpong was brilliant today. To be fair, Chalobah also, I think, played well as well. And Badiashile was like, certain things he did well, other things he was like poor in. The Haaland chance in the first half before they scored, where he hit the corner of the goal and it bounced out. Yeah, that was poor on Badiashile. He should be doing better there. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I was expecting us to get smoked. So the fact that we I guess kind of hung in there in the first half and we played a lot better in the second, then I guess congrats. But you know, it's like, I don't know. It's just for the rest of the season, I just feel kind of like dejected now, because even though we were on a bit of a dip, we were on a dip last year, and Maresca still was able to get out of that, and we were able to achieve, well, not the aims of this sport and ownership, but our personal aims as fans to at least be in the Champions League and win trophies. And I believe we could have done that this season as well with Maresca. But who knows now? Because I saw reports that they don't, the semi-final against Arsenal, they don't really care that, you know, if we lose, then it's not that big of a deal and stuff. So, like, I don't know. That's going to be annoying. I also saw things that Liam wants Guehi, so that's interesting. Your last manager wanted a centre back, you didn't get one. This new manager seems to want a centre back, and yeah, I don't know. Like, I've been trying to do a bit of research on Liam. Like, I find it very interesting he would even want to be part of this blue coat model, considering the type of person that he is. Like, the way this guy has I don't know. I think it's very, like, weird that he wants to be part of this model. I'll be so honest. Like, the stuff that he's spoken out in the past about how managers get treated and how clubs build squads poorly with stockpiling players, etc., etc., etc. I find it weird he wants to be part of this model. But yeah, whatever. I guess I wish him the best. But if it doesn't pan out,
Eric Ramsey's right there, bro.
Yeah, well, the abuse towards Liam is it's gonna be unlike any abuse we've seen from a Chelsea manager when we saw it. Like this is gonna get, this guy's black. It's gonna get dark if he doesn't do well. But yeah, whatever. It's, you know, this is, guys. You guys got what you wanted. You got Maresca gone, and now you have not an upgrade, or I guess to be determined. So yeah, I guess that's my thoughts on the City game and everything else in general. But I'm just kind of like meh of the season. Like, I don't really, unless Liam can show to me that we can, unless he can show to me that we can still win a trophy this year, then I'm kind of like meh.
You know what, Prime? That's where I was gonna go, Prime, because I was gonna ask you, because I tweeted this out earlier.
I know what you're gonna ask, and it's gonna be no.
Okay. Me personally, I think if Rossignol comes in and actually manages to get us into the next phase of the Carabao Cup by beating Arsenal, I think that will give me enough faith to believe that we can turn the season around. I don't know if you feel the same way, Pamela. It's up to you as well.
When do we face Arsenal?
After in like 2 weeks?
No, after Charlton, I think, maybe.
It's soon. Let me check the matches right now. Matches, Chelsea.
We've got Fulham next, I know that much.
Yeah, Fulham, then Charlton next.
Fulham, Charlton, and then Arsenal.
Cool.
Wait, so
Arsenal is pretty much in 2 weeks.
What, is it the 13th, the 14th?
14th.
Oh, before the protest. Interesting. Huh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Mark, you're missing the protest, bro.
Yeah. No, but
I'm slightly annoyed about that.
No, you're gonna be here for the protest, no?
No, he's not.
I'm gonna be there the day after I'm arriving.
When are you joining?
When am I joining the protest?
No. When are you landing? Sorry. When are you coming?
The 20th, because my dumbass job decided to land from Mexico.
You're not
way
proper
later.
Charles, though. You're not proper Charles, but it's fine.
Yeah.
For Marty,
just for context, people, I had to pay an extra $400 for my plane ticket to London. So please don't tell me I'm not proper Charles. I'm committing to this trip.
You're not proper
I'm committing to this trip. Okay.
You're not proper Charles. You're not proper Charles. You're not protesting, though.
I'm hurting in my wallet.
If you're
You're backing the ownership, Marshall. You're part of the problem. You and Ekbali.
Marshall, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. Just real quick, because I am gonna get pressed on this. I'm not gonna lie. I am a little bit torn between actually not attending the game and just feeding into these fucking wallets, and I am gonna be a hypocrite, unfortunately. But It's my fucking first time in London and my first time ever seeing Chelsea at the Bridge. So just for this one instance, I'll allow myself. But if the ownership is still here and I'm in London again, I will not do it. I promise you. I promise you, chat.
London,
I promise you, chat. I promise you, Axe. Don't laugh at me, Axe. I promise you. I do want to protest and I do not want to give more money to these guys.
That's what they all say.
But just this one time.
My name's Marshall. I'm a brown envelope. I get executive tickets at the Bridge. Ooh, okay, Marshall, we get it, man.
I don't even know what
ticket. You're not.
I technically don't have tickets yet. So
you probably told Iqbali to.
No, you do for Paphos, I think.
We get it.
Oh, okay. I have to talk to someone. I have to talk to.
I think you've got tickets.
Yeah, I guess that's. Listen, what you said about beat Arsenal and stuff. If we beat them in the first leg, I'm curious how many people will still have the anger to turn up for that protest. Because I'm going. You guys know I was against the one last year because there's a lot of bullshit. This one, I'm actually backing. I'll go. But I'm curious to see if we beat Arsenal first leg, what if people's anger will start to fade. I'm very, very curious because this fan base is not consistent, bro. This fan base is not consistent at all.
What?
What do you mean what?
No way. It's called sarcasm. It's called sarcasm.
Oh, sorry. I thought you disagreed with me.
That's oh my god, bro.
Bro, yeah, wow.
You told me this fan base isn't consistent.
I thought, yeah, my bad. No, yeah. I was not.
Come on, Prime. Come on.
No, my head's out of it. I thought you were gonna be like, why would beating Arsenal matter? Not, yeah, never mind. First. Yeah. But yeah, can we beat Arsenal? I'll be like. I've watched some games of Strasbourg and stuff, and I think Rosenier is a good coach. He's done well against PSG and stuff, but I don't know how that translates to Chelsea. And the first big test he has is Arsenal, and they're the best team in the league, unfortunately. And it's a semi-final, and Arteta's not gonna they're gonna want to beat us. They're gonna want to win. I don't know what that translates into. And also, our players are not our forwards anyway. They're not in the best of form. Palmer's not in form. Neto's just ass. Garnacho's ass. Gittins is...
Even Esteban, to an extent, is not in form, to be fair.
Yeah, well, he's not even playing much. But
he's not playing much, though.
Our forwards just aren't in form, so I don't know what that necessarily means. But, the team talks, though, at halftime, when they get released after we get smashed, will be funny. So, yeah.
Crazy.
Fucking hell, goddamn, bro.
Yeah.
No, but do you guys? I mean, the rest of the panel. Do you guys think that if we do manage to get a result against Arsenal and get into the final of the Carabao Cup, you think that's enough to restore some faith that maybe something can happen this season?
No.
What?
Well, I guess CP. I'll ask you this. How about this? What needs to happen this season for you to think, okay, maybe we can turn this around? Because right now the season's bleak.
I need ownership.
Bleak. Yeah.
I need ownership. That's how we turn it around.
Realistically, what could happen?
Sporting directors need to be backed. Ownership, I can't get a new one for another whatever year. So.
No, but I know, but that's he's sporting.
That's one solution, but if they something we can do in the immediate future. Right,
here's the thing. You know how we talk about if they sack Maresca, do you trust these bozo sporting directors to hire a proper manager?
Yep,
do you trust Iqbali to hire better sporting directors?
No. So that's even sacking the sporting directors wouldn't do shit.
I don't know how that fixes it.
Yeah, because I just feel like to an extent, even though I don't rate these sporting directors, I feel like to an extent, a lot of how bad things have been going is in part because they're being told to do what Iqbali wants them to do.
like Iqbali will fire when Stanley and Stewart, and then he'll hire Thatcher and Ryan. Like, it's what we're gonna have to deal
with. Oh my god!
Father would have kept.
We're gonna have Ashton Wett playing false nine for Chelsea if Thatcher's in charge.
I can kind of believe it because their lack of competency is amazing. So I can believe them getting similar people in terms of competency of their jobs.
Mm-hmm. I don't think Ahmed's there, but I mean CP or anyone else. I mean, what needs to happen this season for you to kind of turn things around?
need to invest in January. Like we actually need to get new players in. These players in this manager.
What players do you want, by the way, out of curiosity? Or
a new
what players?
striker.
What positions do you want to?
Striker, left wing, and centre back.
Also, Scott, do you remember last year January when we had injuries in our team, and there was reports saying that we're not going to recall Santos because we don't want to fuck up Strasbourg season. You remember that, right? Awesome. So if we're gonna fuck up Strasbourg, let's do it properly. Recall Omega, recall Mamadou Sarr.
Well, Omega's not like, we haven't bought him. We'd have to sign him on loan, which I'm fine to do. I don't care.
Well, we haven't bought him yet.
Bro, I saw a tweet that was like, what was I can't remember what the tweet was. The tweet was something like, Chelsea should sign Omega in January because he's not playing and he doesn't know where Strasbourg is on GeoGuessr or something. I can't remember the tweet, but bro.
Sorry, what?
I thought we bought Omega.
On GeoGuessr?
No, we are buying Omega in 2026, like in the summer. So
I thought the deal was done, but it gets activated in the summer.
No, so we'd have to loan him in for 6 months, which I'm fine to do. Like, I don't care.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Loan Omega in.
Recall Mamadou Sarr. Recall Anselmino.
No, don't recall Anselmino. Don't recall Sarr. Go and get me Gehi. Go and get me.
Oh, Gehi's not happening. Gehi's not happening.
Like, I don't care. Like, go and get a centre back then, a proper centre back. None of these youth kiddies.
It's not about what could happen or could not happen, Prime. The question is, what needs to happen for you to believe this season's going to
believe. Hashtag believe.
Yeah, like the things that need to line up. Like, number one is Liam Rossigny needs to be a god tier tactician. Is first and foremost. He needs to have that innate Klopp ability to take these average players in some instances and just highlight their strengths to such an insane amount that they actually become good. That's the first thing that could do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to happen. The second thing is just better players in January. That's never happening. And the third thing is these players need to show me they can actually beat some of these teams below us on a consistent basis. Like that Arsenal result, we could probably turn up against Arsenal. We showed today we can turn up with Callum McFarlane as manager. But guess what? If we go to Fulham and lose 2-0, means literally nothing. So like, the cup don't mean anything to me, Marshall.
Yeah.
For me, he needs a big manager bounce to be able to last. Like, what are we in January? Be able to last until like May, the end of the season. I think he's a good coach, but he needs like a bit of a personality, because
I think he has a personality. I think he's really well spoken.
But the way I view him, I kind of view him like how Poch was at Spurs. Like, he's a very good like manager and stuff, and good at motivating players, which is all well and good. But
I mean, we need that.
I think you kind of need more than that to be able to handle this Chelsea job, because the way he is, his demeanor, he looks like he could crumble, bro. And you don't think he doesn't look like that? He looks kind of.
I mean, that's fine and dandy and all. You could say he looks that way. To be fair to him, he came into a Strasbourg side that were rioting, and these guys weren't showing up to games and protesting constantly. So I think he's fine in that sense. But this isn't my reasons. This is more yours. So
no, that's fair. But it's one thing doing it at a club where there's no real expectation. At Chelsea, we still expect you to be able to finish in the top 4. We expect to win a trophy this year. We expect to beat Arsenal in the semi-final. So it's like, and because I get it, he is intelligent and everything, and he's a good coach. But it's more than just being that, because when Potter was here, people could have argued that he's a good coach and he's a good manager. It's a lot more than just being able to do that. You need the personality and the ego to be able to handle that. Which Maresca, people can say what they want about Maresca, but he did have that. The guy was assistant to Pep at City. He worked in their academy. The guy, as a player, he played at Juventus. Like, this guy, Maresca is a winner. And that's why he was speaking out about the squad. After winning that Club World Cup, the guy wanted to improve the team. Forget just the managers for a second here. We've not improved our team.
Just look at who he learned from. Like, he's used to the City system where Pep kind of runs the whole show. And although Maresca probably accepted the terms and conditions of coming to Chelsea and what it would entail, he probably thought after having won them Club World Cup, Conference League, and top 4, probably thought he would get at least a center back, which he didn't. So that started the rift.
I had to be left with the likes of Badia Shill and them, man.
Tosin.
But yeah, bro, the thing is as well with the Liam thing, like you're right with the like expectation thing. That's going to be the biggest thing, because like people want to do this Maresca thing of 1 in 7, and that's cool, and it's real like surface level and low IQ way of looking at things. Strasbourg currently, since they drew with PSG, which is a very good result, and they probably could have potentially won that game, have gone 2 in 9 in the league. So it's basically the same, like in terms of form. Like, yeah, they've got one more win, but they played 2 extra games. 2 in 9.
Also, for people that love to do this thing,
and by the way, sorry, Prom, just before you go, I watched the highlights of their game, or I watched a little bit of their game against Nice, bro. The goal they conceded, bro. The defending, hey, long day.
He's not been in good form recently. I'll give that.
For the people that like, because I'm seeing people talk about how he's better because in the championship when they're both there, Rosenier at Hull beat Maresca's Leicester, which is
I hate
awesome. But that's fine. If we want to do
low IQ way of looking at things.
No, but that's fine. If that's what we want to do, then is Maresca better than Enrique because he battered him in the Club World Cup final? Is that how it works? Maresca, by the way.
Yeah, clearly that's how it works. He's definitely a better manager.
Maresca, by the way, bro. He's unbeaten against Premier League winner Arne Slot. Unbeaten. Is that how it works?
Yeah, man. Shut up, man.
What are we doing? McFarlane got a point against Pep. Does that mean McFarlane sits at the table with Pep?
Yeah, like, what we
doing?
Yo, Ruben Amorim at Sporting got the best out of Pep in the Champions League. Does that mean Ruben Amorim is a better manager than Pep?
Yeah,
Ange Postecoglou did the double on Pep. Does that mean Pep is not as good a manager as Ange?
People will say, "Oh,
does that mean Pep should get sacked?"
Yes.
People will say, "But Maresca had an expensive."
CP, you're really smart, man. We should listen to
you. People will say that Maresca had an expensive Leicester squad compared to Hull, which is true. But when you look at how expensive PSG's team is, filled with star-studded winners and world-class players, and Chelsea were able to beat PSG with gusto, with Neto on the flank, Chalobah, Sanchez, João Pedro, these guys, Reece James in midfield. Is that not comparable? Like, what are we doing? Like, whatever, man. I pray for what's there, man.
I like to look at the season as a whole.
It won't be his fault.
Don't get me wrong. Like Rosenier's first season at Strasbourg, phenomenal, great season. Right now he has to juggle Europe and the league, so it's been tough for him. And I think he's had a significant amount of players out. Plus, he lost Santos last season. He lost Petrovic. He lost who else did we lose from that team? Doué left, right?
No, Doué's still there.
No, who's the who was the other one? Bakwa? Was Bakwa? Yeah, Bakwa left. Like, they lost a lot of players. So, like, again, I don't think he's a bad manager. I think he is a good manager. I just don't think he's ready for this level, like Prime is saying.
Yeah, he's not ready yet.
I think the pressure might get to him. And, again, it's one of those things, and I was saying this to Vader yesterday. I'm afraid to say this because it's probably true. I feel like Chelsea are becoming a stepping stone club where as long as you're willing to come in here into the corporate world and accept all the bullshit and just play nice, you're guaranteed a nice job at the end of this whole entire bullshit.
No, I've been saying this to people. We're Manchester United.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what we are.
To an extent, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
baffling.
Like, the thing is, right? Like, listen, Poch,
there's a
I
special
agree with
place
this ENZO, by the way.
There's a special place in hell for Poch to burn in, right? But he spoke out about the experience. Lampard spoke out about the experience. Maresca's speaking out. Like, eventually, how many managers should we go through until they eventually start, until maybe it clicks that there's actually something wrong? How many managers do we have to go through? If Rosen, yes, man,
imagine
Poch,
not winning a trophy DHL.
Like, listen, yes, man spoke out. Yes, man, Maresca spoke out. If yes, man, Liam speaks out as well, that's 3 on the bounce. It's 3 of the best. That's a hat trick. It's a hat trick. Like, whatever, man. Give them new contract extensions. The sporting directors. Yeah, that's a smart idea.
Well, they already did. Yeah, I mean, listen. The question wasn't more so for the ownership, because as far as anything could happen this season, we could win the fucking quad, and it doesn't instill any faith in me with these owners.
If we win the quad, they're gonna buy. Who do you think?
What quad are you talking about? You're talking about you're buying a look. Yeah, you're buying.
No, I'm just saying if Chelsea win the quad, I still wouldn't have any more faith in these owners.
Wait, Marshall. Who do you think the worst forward is in the league?
Forward in the league?
Jesus Christ! That's not Chelsea. Because I have a point with this. Who do you think the worst is?
Sesko is a name that came to mind. Richarlison is another name that comes to mind.
Okay, well, that's under like 23 or 21. That fits
bro. Oh Jesus, bro. I don't know.
I mean, Barry's got 3 goals all season, and 2 of them are against Forest. Okay. Let's go with fine. Let's go with Richarlison though. Fine, whatever.
Sure.
Cool. Marshall, would you accept Chelsea spending? Richarlison has 7 goals this season, by the way. Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, but he's still ass. Marshall, would you accept? Marshall, would you accept Chelsea spending 65 million on Richarlison in the summer? Okay, hold on. Would you be okay with Chelsea winning the Champions League this season if it meant in the summer we spend 65 million on Richarlison? Because that's what we literally did with the winning the Club World Cup. We then spent that money on Garnacho. That's what we literally did.
I'd do it for UCL. Yeah, I would deal with that.
I asked Lewis this. I asked Lewis this with Brendan Johnson.
Oh yeah, I was there
before he moved to Palace, and Lewis agreed.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I would do it to. I'd tolerate Richarlison to win a UCL.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, as much as I really disliked Richarlison.
That's
really. Okay. Let me read this real quick.
Because that's what we did for Garnacho.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't even. I can't. I'm just getting annoyed again. We need a brother that runs and covers ground for fun. What's you in the palace saying? Caicedo can't cover ground all day by himself. I agree. Mean, bring Morgan, man.
Well, no, like the
Roy Anderson.
This goes back to what we've discussed with the midfield in terms of you. It's one of two things,
Santos,
right?
Give Santos more of a shot.
I was gonna say you either do one of two things. You either need to go and get a different midfielder in terms of either give Santos more minutes, see if he can develop into that midfielder, or
what's it called?
Or get another one. Like it doesn't necessarily have to be him, but go and get another one like a Wharton, or you have to play a midfield 3. Like you saw today in the second half, we didn't actually touch on Santos. Like Santos was,
I was actually going to bring it up here. Let me put up his stats real quick for you, Scott. Just so you could see, because it's impressive. He had really, really good stats in the second half. We're looking at, let me zoom in a little bit more. All right, not that much. See, he came on for Esteval, which is a great sub. I'll give, once Santos came on, it was great. I just wish it was Neto, not Esteval. But 28 out of 31 accurate passes, 10 out of 11 passes into the opposition half, passes into his own half, 18 out of 20. Successfully dribbled once, 43 touches, was fouled once, lost possession only 4 times, which is pretty good. Defensive contributions 5. won 2 out of 1 tackles. He won 4 out of 6 ground duels, which is a big difference maker. Blocked shots, made clearances, made an interception, made a recovery, won an aerial duel. Like overall, he was really positive in today's game, and we already knew there was good quality in there. And again, for everyone saying Maresca Glazer and all this shit, one of my criticisms of Maresca was the fact that he didn't give certain players enough chances, and he was way too harsh on just single bad performances. I think Santos was in that carrot bag midfield, and then he disappeared after that because he didn't have a good game. Or no, it was Brighton. It was the Brighton game where he had the loose touch, I believe, and then he just wasn't given a chance since. But he hasn't had a genuinely bad game since that game.
No, he hasn't. But like the thing I was going to say about Santos is like he wasn't. People are going to take this the wrong way. I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, but like he wasn't amazing in terms of like he was. You know, you saw him a lot, right? Like he was popping up with in the box a lot, or getting a key passes or stuff. He was just like very good all round in terms of he was solid defensively. He was linking the defense to the attack. Like he was doing the stuff. The performance from Santos in the second half is exactly what I expect from Enzo Fernandez on a regular basis.
Yeah, I get that.
On a regular basis. I don't expect goals. I don't expect the assists all the time. I expect you to be the all-around midfielder in both, like from both boxes, between both boxes, to do the whole game, which is what Santos was doing.
You know what?
And he kind of went under the radar in a sense of, like I said, he didn't really do anything, quote unquote, in terms of like the flashy stuff, because he didn't have to. And yeah, like I thought he was excellent. And that's why I said we're going back to what Omar said. We've had this discussion before. You either need to play Santos or go and get another midfielder, or play a midfield free. Because Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, that pivot doesn't work in this team with then also having Palmer ahead of them in the 10. Or João Pedro, really, because he doesn't really do anything anyway. But like, you need to have someone in there who is going to make up for Enzo being in there, basically. So when he lets his man run past him, it's fine, because you have 2 guys behind him. It's not just Reece or Caicedo that has to cover him and potentially foul someone or leave their man as well or whatever. But yeah, like the midfield is probably the bit, it's weird considering the money we've spent. It's the one area of the team that Rossini has to figure out the most, because you either got to find a way to make Caicedo and Enzo work together, which we've seen it can work previously.
Yeah.
Or you got to switch it so that there's a third man in there, or you just have some balls and drop Enzo is the other option.
So, go ahead, Scott. Finish your point.
No, so that was it. Like the attack we know is shit. The defense we know is kind of shit. There's not really much to sort out there apart from like just make the defense foundationally solid, which like you see today. As decent as we was defensively, Badiashile is still at fault for the goal. Chalobah still had some bozo moments. Josh had a couple of moments. Like even with setting a good foundation today, we still were pretty average defensively. And then going forward, like we all know that we suck going forward outside of a couple players. But yeah, so that midfield he has to work out and has to figure out.
I think part of the problem with Enzo in particular is I feel like his worst games are the games where it's almost like he can't decide whether to be an attacking midfielder or to sit back and be part of just like a regular 8, you know, building up play and helping with the attacks. And I think when that happens, you see kind of not these types of games, but like for example, the Bournemouth game where it's just like horrendous, just not present. Whenever he is present, get dispossessed, liability in defense. I think having a set role for Enzo might benefit him. I also think very much like what Axe said here. I think this is very valid. I think last season, if you guys remember, there was multiple games where Enzo Fernandez was dropped because Enzo Maresca preferred to have 2 6s rather than a single 6 and like a roaming 8 where Enzo would be doing. And to the fault, this is on Maresca. That's why you bring in Santos, who can do that role. He's not necessarily a 6, but he can do a 6 and he does it pretty well. But he just doesn't trust him. And that's where I criticize Enzo Maresca. Like, I think if you had trusted Santos a little bit more, gave him a few run of games to actually show that he can, grow into the game, get used to the players he's playing around, show consistency, then you probably turn a few of those draws into wins and vice versa. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like that's my belief. And I think Enzo Maresca probably would have wanted to have played that way. I also want to mention this. This is a big factor. Chat, smash up the like button. Because there's over 100 of you, and I'm only seeing like 30 something likes. And listen, we got away with a point at the Etihad. I feel like that's deserving of about 50 likes, especially if there's over 100 of you. So hey, smash up the like buttons, because like Logic is saying, it helps out the channel. And big up, like and subscribe. It all helps out the channel. So don't forget, smash up that like button, please. But yeah, I think Santos would be a good fit, and Rosinha is going to want to play him. He's already very familiar with Santos. I think I heard someone talk.
Like I hope he just gets more game time more than anything. Like, I just hope he gets more game time, because like that's one of the criticisms I did have of Enzo. Like was his treatment, so to speak, of Santos, and I also understood it in a sense of we've seen with Enzo before, like his lack of trust of young players, or like it takes him a while to start trusting young players. Like he has players that he trusts. All manager does. It's all like, it's all what's it called? All managers are like that. But yeah, like he needs to, or I'm hoping that he just gets more game time, basically, because he is a good midfielder. Like we've seen it before in this league. Some fucking weirdos on Twitter like that saying that he should be sold, I've seen, and saying he's overrated and whatnot. But like when he's given the opportunity, I think he showed he can be good. He just needs to be given the opportunity. And hopefully with Rosinha, with the fact that he played him a lot under him, like I'm hoping to see it.
I think he's on his way out, Tem. I'm not gonna lie. I think Lavia's future at this club is looking really bleak. But we'll see. We'll see. 3 seasons now, right, with him? Poch.
Yeah, this is his first season.
Third season now, and still not available for most of it. Like, yeah, I think he's got a worse injury record than Fofana at this club, if you were to like put it to a percentage. So yeah, it's not looking good for Lavia, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It sucks though, because like he is such a good player as well. Like you see when he comes back from injury, like we had the Cole Palmer discussion about he's still not fit or still injured, and it's like Lavia is one of those players you don't have to worry about that with him, because like he comes back and it's like he hasn't skipped a beat, but he's just injured so often
he plays such a good factor. Like
it's just not.
I feel like we become a little bit more like Arsenal when we have a player like Lavia in the team, whereas like. Because the thing is, I'll admit, and I think someone said it before, I do feel like when Enzo Fernandez isn't in the team, our attack suffers a little bit. But and that's mostly because I feel like when Lavia's in there, he hasn't done the passing that we've seen he can do. But we're defensively very, very sound when Lavia and Caicedo are in those games. And I'm sorry, I prefer to have boring 0-0s or 0-1s where we win by 1 goal than to just lose as many games as we're losing. So I did want to go over some of the comments that McFarland said at the end of the game, and maybe we'll wrap it up. Wharton would be a bad shout, especially if maybe Enzo gets sold. That might be something that happens in the future, depending if we don't. I'll say this: if we don't get UCL this season, which is very possible, especially with all the turmoil happening, Enzo Fernandez gets sold in the summer. I'm calling it right now.
I'm calm with that. I'm absolutely fine with that.
I think a lot of people would be calm with that, and I wouldn't be neither here nor there.
Why do you think UCL would matter?
Money. I forget who said it. I think Ornstein or someone in the Athletic said it, that we're in a position right now, if we don't make UCL, we're going to be forced to have to sell like one of our top players.
That's not what I'm talking about, though. Why do you not, even if we get UCL, if we get a good bid from Real Madrid, why do you think we would reject it?
I hope we don't.
That's what I mean by why would UCL matter?
I don't know. Because I don't really know where this club stands on with Enzo right now. If it was Caicedo, I would say definitely they're not going to
straight
sell
rejection.
him because, yeah, I don't think they want to sell Caicedo. I think they understand how pivotal he is to the project. Whereas Enzo is like one that's in the air. It's in the air that I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Because there's pros and cons to why they could and could not sell him. I feel like part of the reason they don't sell him is because they feel like he is a leader in the dressing room. They feel like he's constantly available and he's fit. They keep saying they want to build a project around him. But in terms of why they would sell him, you could look at the performances haven't been worthy of the 105 or 110 million pound price tag that we paid for him. There's probably younger talents like an Adam Wharton that can probably do the job that they want Enzo to do, but better. I don't know. It's a good question, Prime. I don't really know with that one, to be honest.
No, if we got a good bid from Real Madrid, he's gone.
It has to be a good bid, though. I don't know what that good bid's going to be. I don't know
80
if
mil.
this club...
anything 80 mil plus, I'm selling him.
Yeah.
I think that'd be reasonable. I think
would you guys take a... Because Rom did want to sell a few players as well. Would you guys take a swap deal and some money?
Depends for who.
Would you guys do it for Rodrigo?
Yes.
Because that for me, I'd rather have that. I don't want to get all this money from Real Madrid just to sign more Garnachos. I'd rather get a swap deal.
Am I crazy?
From them, or maybe
am I crazy for saying yes to Rodrigo but no to Vinny?
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Okay. Because honestly, I feel like Vinny's another.
It's more mentality than anything. I don't want Vinny because of mentality more than anything.
I feel like the temper tantrums. I would. Like, I didn't want Garnacho for that sole reason, and he's been on his best behavior in terms of that bullshit so far. But Vinny's, I think, is that on steroids as well.
The other thing with Vinny that I don't know how it would translate is because obviously he's a technical player, but I don't think he's as bad as Gittins. But I wonder if he'd have a similar issue in Gittins in terms of like the trying to match the physicality with the dribbling. Like, I think he'd struggle with that. Yeah.
Why do you think Vinny would struggle and not Rodrigo?
I think Vinny, just because of what I'm seeing at the moment, I just think he just struggles when players get physical with him. I think Rodrigo, I just haven't seen enough of it, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I feel like Rodrigo would be able to put his head down, train, and like just improve his game, and he always feels like he has something to prove. Whereas Vinny feels like he just feels entitled to everything. I get that feeling off of him. So I don't know. I feel like Rodrigo strikes me as the more humble footballer than Vinny.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Yeah. Let's read some of these comments.
Forward,
Cal McFarland today
to come in that can guarantee me goals. Another problem I have with our forward line, barring Palmer, none of my forwards I can consistently guarantee me to get like double-digit 15, 20 goals. So if I can't get that from my strikers, let me at least get it from one of my, inside forwards or wingers or however way we're going to set up with this new guy.
Mm-hmm. Let's look at some of Callum McFarland's comments today. Today I'm facing Pep. He's one of the best managers that have ever done it. That seemed to be the narrative of the game, and I don't think it should have been. Excuse me. It should be about the players and how well they performed. It shouldn't be about me. It should be about the quality performance those lads put on with everything that has gone on. For me personally, it was amazing. Stuff you dream about. Pep Guardiola, Premier League game, amazing. I'm really proud of the performance, even if that goal didn't come. I thought the character the lads showed, especially in the second half, I would have been so happy regardless. It's even better we got the equalizer I thought we deserved. He also said I already read that part. And then he also said if he always believed they'd get the equalizer. The whole focus over the last few days was winning the game. Obviously, we haven't gone and done that, but putting in that performance, we're all very proud. We always believe we can come here and win. And I'll also read on some of the players. Reese said this as well on the next manager. We know nothing at the moment. This whole week was about this game. What happens behind the scenes is not down to us. We came here, we focused on the game, we took a point from a very difficult place to come. We have to recover. We will see what happens in the coming days. And then Enzo Fernandez on Enzo Maresca said this, difficult moment for us, but it's part of football. Happy for the team. Of course, I am sorry for him, but it is part of football and life. We keep going. So yeah, positive comments, and it looks like they're keeping somewhat of a positive vibe within the dressing room, which is very necessary in these times, obviously, because I'm sure some players weren't really happy with the departure of Maresca, and I think Reese alone is probably just fed up with the BS happening at the club in general, let alone if it's Maresca or not. But yeah, thoughts on the comments, guys, or anything at all? Or should we just call it a day, walk away with a point, and hope for the best against Fulham?
Say that again?
Yeah, it kind of answers your question. Walk away because we got away with the point. Yeah, and the merry-go-round continues.
Yep.
That's all that's going to happen.
Ah, well. It looks like Rosinier's first game will be, or Rosinier. I'm going to call him Dave. Looks like Liam Dave's first game will be against Fulham. So.
Yeah, it hasn't been officially announced yet.
I think it's going to be announced. It's going to be announced Monday morning.
Yeah, because there's pictures of him at the airport already at Heathrow.
He looks miserable.
Hey, if we had lost the City, they would have announced it.
He looks so miserable. He looks like he's looking at the piece
of
paper.
But hey, now you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna sell the manager we just had. They're gonna big him up because remember how he's on the short list for Strasbourg managers? So they're like, see what he did with such little time frame. He drew with Pep. This is gonna be crazy work, bro.
You see, Rob Edwards is being linked to Strasbourg. Is it Rob Edwards? No, Gary O'Neill.
Gary O'Neill, yeah.
I forget who was doing it. I haven't been keeping up with the Strasbourg.
That's the next Chelsea manager.
Shut up.
Big up, by the way, Gualtiego. Thank you for the €2.49 super chat. We need to talk about Cole Palmer. Yeah, Omar said it right there. You're a little late to the party. We talked a lot on Cole Palmer, so you can definitely circle back on the stream and you'll find the discussion we had on Cole Palmer. We talked a lot on him. And listen, he has to take accountability. He has to improve his performances, and hopefully sooner rather than later, because yeah, we need someone to step up. We really do. It can't just be Reese and just in today's instance Enzo. So let's see. We have Caicedo back for Fulham, right? No more yellow cards, so we start from scratch. Yeah, right. Today was the first game where everything resets. So we play again. When's the next game? It's Wednesday at 1 my time, I believe. So 6 p.m. UK time. Yeah. Let me just double check here. Nope, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So yeah, Wednesday is the next match against Fulham. So nice. Let's hope 2:30 p.m. my time. Let's hope for another good result. We're at Craven Cottage, so another away game, and hopefully by then Liam Rossignol is already announced, so we can get some stability again in the club. I doubt it will be that much stable, but something. And yeah, any final thoughts, guys?
We scammed the win. We
definitely scammed the win. It doesn't feel great, but I mean,
well, I'm calling it a win because even though it's a draw, the things we had to deal with it. It feels like what Arsenal fans are saying.
Oh, but he doesn't have. Oh, yeah, EPL turf. You're right. Go ahead, CP. Sorry.
No, like Arsenal fans are making fun of us as like, hey, another draw that is like a win, and I'm like, Sadly, yes.
They shouldn't make fun of us because we did them a huge favor. Huge favor. So let's hope City can step up, and they'll probably end up bottling at some point. I still have a feeling they're going to bottle it.
We hope. And for people like Prime and everyone else in London, if they win the league, good luck. I'm honest. I'm gonna be honest. I will be off the football universe in the summer if Arsenal win this league. I'll be honest.
I'm gonna have to deactivate my Twitter.
You're saying Prime. Listen, I've got Shamrock Rovers, mate. So
no, I'm not saying that. No, Prime. You're living in London, and Arsenal's gonna infest that shit. Dude, this is like Anne Hathaway. Everyone's just popping up like all of a sudden this year that they're actually looking like winning the league. All of a sudden, I'm seeing all these Arsenal fans out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's true. The last 2-3 years, there've been so many Arsenal fans online.
That's what I'm saying, Prime. You're in the epicenter. So if they win, just go back to Ireland. Like not in the EDL kind of way, but like in the you need to run away from the Arsenal fans type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Hey, who's I don't even know who the London Prime Minister is, but Boris Johnson, then man, deport me. If Arsenal win the league, deport me. Bring me back.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. Big up to every single one of you. Thank you so much for your support and joining us today in today's show. We're going to rate out to, who did I set up to? Saeed TV. Apparently, his title is Amram sacked. Apparently, there's some tension between the board and Amram. So that might be some interesting content for you guys to watch. So don't miss out on that. Be sure to join in on the raid so that you don't miss out on that. We continue on your evening of absorbing content. But yeah, smash up the like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. We're trying to get to 5K subscribers, and we've been growing pretty handsomely recently. So let's keep it up, guys. Every bit of smashing that like, every bit of hype points that you give to the channel, or even if you subscribe, or even just giving us your attention, helps us dramatically towards that goal. So please, it makes a huge difference. Keep up the good work, and I do appreciate you guys doing that. It's 2026, so let's get into good form here. Let's start smashing the like, let's start subscribing, let's start hitting the bell notification, sharing, all that stuff. Be sure to, like I said, copy and paste the raid message right here so that when you get to Saeed's channel, you paste it. He knows where you're coming from. He knows we rated him, and we'll have a good time. We'll be back again. So I'm going to be at American Waffle tomorrow. Tuesday, I think I'm going to release a pre-recorded video. And then we'll be back again on Wednesday to react to the game. And potentially Thursday will be a Casually Chelsea show. Or maybe Tuesday I'll do a Casually Chelsea show. I don't really know how the week is going to go. But a lot of content on here, so don't worry, guys. We're not taking a break until football takes a break. And memberships, 4 different tiers starting at 99p. If you are a proper casual and higher tiered member, we give shout outs at the end of every show. And those shout outs are going to go to TA1931, the Danzo, Mo Beta Blues, Platformer Guy, Gabriel A, JC, Lanre Sadiq, A Soliman, EE, and Adrian. Thank you guys so much for your support. We really do appreciate it. Like I said, it does help out the channel tremendously. You guys essentially help fund the channel and keep me going and keep this going and help invest more into the quality of the channel. Trust me. We're going to have a lot of big changes on the channel soon. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. And yeah, have a wonderful night, guys. Stay casual and peace.